and welcome to AStonesThrowAway. Today we'll be doing the slightly late November 27th through 29th, Friday through Sunday reading for Leo. I do intuitive stone reading here, and today we're going to start you off with a affirmation card from the Louise L. Hayes You Can Heal Your Life affirmation deck. This is my favorite affirmation deck. It has such pretty colors. Excuse me. I've not had enough to drink yet today. Remember, these are all generalized readings. If it doesn't jive with you, check your moon and your rising. If it still doesn't jive with you and you have a partner, check their sun, moon, and rising, because sometimes the energies bleed over. If it's still not jiving, maybe it's not the right week for you. Beauty of YouTube is that it can transcend time. You ever hear when the student is ready, the teacher will come? Well, sometimes when the listener is ready, the reading will come. I'm taking this in November. You may see it in March because that's when you need it, and that's your card. Or someone in March, or you may see one of mine that I did in February today. Life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. Life is simple and easy. I know a few people who could use that mantra written on their foreheads. People often make things far more difficult than they need to. I cannot tell you how many times I've looked at people and said, does it really have to be that complicated? So, without any further ado, this is my mat. These are your relationships. And that could be any relationship. It can be your family, your friends, your romantic interests, co-workers, anyone that's significant to you. This is you. That is your state of mind, what's on your mind, anything you're working on, how you're relating to others, how you're being seen by others. This is your challenges section. That is anything in the coming weekend that is a stumbling block, anything that's not going the way you want it to go, anything that could be in your way in any shape, form, or fashion. Anything closer to the center of the circles are things that are closer in time or space, are more important in meaning, are on your mind more. Anything out towards the edges of the circle are further away in time or space. They're less important, or they're coming and going. Anything outside the circles and above the midline are things you know but you're ignoring. They're trying to get your attention. Anything outside the circles and below the midline are things you know but you don't know you know. These are things that are in your subconscious, and they may come as a little bit of a surprise. If it falls outside the board entirely, and that usually means on the floor, so if I go chasing after stones, don't be surprised. That means that it's coming as a bolt out of the blue. You had no clue it was coming. Complete and utter surprise to you. So without any further ado, Leo, let's close my eyes and see what stones want to come say hi to you today. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone had a great holiday yesterday for those who celebrate it. I hope everyone stayed safe and is having a nice relaxing day today. Let's see what tingles. After this, I'm also going to do a 3-card draw for you. One for clarity, one for where to focus, and one for chase after what's tingling there. One for a possible outcome. Let's see what the stones have in store for you, Leo. Sorry about the barking. I have a small pack of dogs, and they tend to go crazy whenever there's things like leaves and cats. Alright. Leo, you don't have a whole lot of challenges this weekend. You got a few money matters Mostly, you've got a very busy brain. Leo, can I suggest maybe meditation? A journal? Honey, you need to get this out of your brain and into some paper. Okay. In the center here, we've got Tiger's Iron. We've got Pyrite. You're worried about your household situation. God, there's a lot to unpack. I'm tired just looking at it. Okay? You are First off, you're far too busy trying to be the strong one, Leo. Okay? You don't have to do everything yourself. You do not have to do everything yourself. I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. You don't have to do everything yourself. I cannot stress that enough. Sorry, I'm just exhausted looking at all this. You've got so much on your head. You're dealing with a very difficult female. You've got who you're having to keep your eye on. Like you can't trust her to keep on track or something. There's children involved. There's your household situation. You've got money matters weighing you down. You feel like you need to be creative, but you can't, and learn new things. You can't deal with that. You know, you have shadow work you need to do, like I've been telling everyone for the past week and a half. And that's part of your challenges, along with some money and house matters. You got some old money matters that you need to deal with. Possibly that feels like an old credit card bill, to be honest with you, Leo. And you delegate, sweetheart. Jeez Louise. Tired just looking at that. Honestly, hold on. Okay. Sorry. I just can't. Okay, let's deal with over here. Over here in relationships. There's some new relationship skills that you've learned lately that you're trying to apply. You're doing a lot of thinking. You're trying to apply it to old issues and to an old relationship. You're dealing a lot with emotions, with fluid things, with emotions. There's some old money matters where you're in a relationship. Maybe someone left and stiffed you with the bill that you're dealing with. There's a young adult who's going to need some support. You know, late teens, early 20s type of age, who's going to need some support in your life. So keep an eye on them. There's a work situation that you're not remembering. And over here, things you're ignoring. There's something about a relationship with someone who's kind of hard to deal with. They're kind of rocky, if you'll pardon the pun. They're not super hard to deal with, but they're just kind of prickly. It's possibly an older relative who's very strong-willed. Let's put it that way. Sorry, I'm just a little overwhelmed by this. I feel like you're overwhelmed, Leo. I think that's why I'm feeling so overwhelmed by it, because I think you're completely overwhelmed and you need a break. The stones aren't saying it, but you need a break. There's another work situation over here, and there's some really old matters that possibly connected to the ones you're trying to deal with that you're also ignoring. There's ones that you're just like, that's a yes tomorrow situation. That's not a today situation. Well, guess what? It's a today situation. Deal with them or they'll bite you in the butt. Sorry. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out here, although God knows. I really hope there's not, for your sake, but I think you got enough on your plate as it is. I'm exhausted for you. Yeah, okay, see, there's more. See, Leo, you ain't got time to deal with the present because you're too busy dealing with the past. There's a money situation that's going to come up that's going to look bad, but it's going to end up good. And that's in your challenges. It's going to feel like a challenge, but it's going to be okay. There's an older relative that you look up to that you're not remembering. That's going to be a... I think that's going to actually be someone you can help bounce ideals off of for all of these old things that you're dealing with, or they might remember more about it than you do. And there's more old stuff that you're not thinking about. Get a journal, Leo. Jesus. Get a journal, honey. Okay? You need to get some of this out of your mind and onto paper. I'm tired looking at it. You have to delegate. You have to not do all of this yourself. You have to offload some of all of this that's on your mind so that you can deal with the stuff that only you can deal with. Okay? You've got family members, get them to work with you. And if you don't, then really you have to prioritize. See what has to be done right now and what can be put off for a later day. Put it on paper. Get it out of your head, okay? Otherwise, you're going to go crazy. Let's see what the cards have to say. See if they have any advice for you. And remember, when you're doing divination, everything's possible. Nothing's set in stone. Pardon the pun. I'm going to pull 3 cards. One for clarity, one for focus, and one for a possible conclusion to the matter. So let's see where the cards think you should focus. Because goodness knows you have enough going on. Okay? I know I'd want somewhere to focus if I were you. Okay, Queen of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Alright. Queen of Wands is you're doing a lot of thinking. No, really? So much thinking, Leo. So much thinking. The Queen of Wands is an intellectual. She's comfortable in her intelligence. The 7 of Pentacles, you need to focus on what's going to bring you the outcome you desire. If it's not going to bring you the outcome you desire, don't focus on it. The Knight of Swords reversed. Upright, he's going after what makes him passionate. Reversed, he's coming home. Because that's where his passion lies. So it's going to be a coming home. If any of this helped you, if anything resonated, if you like what I had to say or how I do it, give me a like, hit that bell, subscribe, and remember I also do private readings. Those are a little bit more in depth. And remember, destiny's only a stone's throw away, folks. I'll see y'all later for the week readings, and have a good one.